Boy, on a real hesitation creeping in, but you look so good and I know what you're offering. Phone's lighting up, but I'm just gonna let it ring. Yeah, my phone's lighting up, but I'm just gonna let it ring. Is it the liquor in my system? My desire's not so real. Got me caught up in this rhythm. Draw me in and make me feel. Draw me in and make me feel. Draw me in and make me feel. Make me feel.
this mission. 125 and I move with the friction. Black lights don't work mad like I'm dancing with tension. Tension, 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 with the friction. Friction, 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 friction. 125 and I move with the friction.
All right, and once again, ladies and gentlemen, we are back here today with yet another stream. We are on the YouTube side of things this time. My name is Ami. I'm joined here by JoJo. How are you doing here today, JoJo?
I'm doing wonderful, and I'm very excited for this beautiful game of the Mythic playoffs of BS versus FF. I hope we don't see any BS today.
Or see any FFs today either.
Hopefully not either.
We'd love to see those two teams. We have the number 1 seed, Serious Business Suit Wearers, going up against the number 8 seed, Friendly Fire, Misfires. So as you can see on the standings right now, the BS 24-8 on the season, being that first team getting the tiebreaker over FV late into the season to reclaim the number 1 spot, as well as FF, who just went up against had a battle of a match, I'm pretty sure, against Inferno in the first round in the play-ins as well. Speaking of that, we can also look at the brackets, or look at the brackets here in just a moment to see these teams so far here in the season 10 of Mythic. As we look at the brackets, you see RLTs coming out of round 1, the play-ins, FF 2-0ing Inferno, and then Cha 2-0ing LG to move on as well. But JoJo, looking at the bracket, this is still anybody's ball game.
Yeah, I mean, it may look a little unbalanced, number 1 seed versus the number 8 seed, but it's Mythic. These teams are a lot more even than you would think. The players are pretty equivalent on both teams. It could just be about who's feeling it more in the game. And now we're going to look at the stats for BS. And this is pretty much a one-man show. We're looking at the GOAT of this season, Woa, my MVP candidate. This guy is on fire. He is, holy moly, you can't stop him. He is going to shoot you with the up. He's going to one-tap you. You can't peek him. You cannot peek him. But that being said, there is a more underrated candidate for the second best player on this team. I want to shout out Signal the Wolf, and I know that the stats are pretty equivalent between him and JC, but Signal Wolf does a lot of little things for this team, and I just remember getting Sheriff one-tapped by Signal the Wolf. This guy, this Wolf, pretty insane.
Yeah, indeed. Obviously, you have a lot of experience playing against these players, as you are also Mythic here this season, representing MF. Now we're looking over here to FF, though. Shabriri, one guy who's been up there, but the guy who's been kind of slipping under the cracks a little bit, Blazy, keeping up with Shabriri, is not no longer Shabriri and friends. It is Shabriri and Blazy on this team, holding it up, as Howley as well, the 1.04 to 208 ACS. D-Luck and Rexy. I mean, everybody had to step up huge in their win against Inferno, especially when they went into the second half on both maps, not even dropping a single round in both second halves against Inferno. Went flawless every time they went into the second half. They're going to need to see the same thing here today if they want to take down that is the number 1 seed in BS, especially with how Huoa is playing. Like I said, JoJo, the MVP candidate, easily top 2 right now, if not number 1. But yeah, FF, we're gonna have a tall task, but this team, they know how to fight, they know how to bounce back, and that's what they could do here today. As we do now get into the live pick and ban system here today, as we get into the first ban coming in here from FF, will be Ascent. A perfect ban here, JoJo.
Yeah, no, this makes a lot of sense. Neither of these teams really play Ascent, and neither of these
Actually,
teams
no,
really
BS
play
is 7-0 on Ascent. So,
What do
yeah.
I know? Oh, Breeze attack. I don't know how I feel about that. That plays Lotus defense?
Yeah.
What?
I
Interesting.
mean, right. Yeah, we're looking over here at the
Interesting defense attack split here. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. Picking attack on Haven. Lotus defense there for FF. I mean, Shabriri is a much stronger defensive player than an attacking player, in my opinion. So maybe they're just picking it for that, but we will see.
Maybe. I mean, obviously, we look over at the stats for this for the maps for this side of BS. I mean, 2 maps that they're really strong in are in this map pool right now: Lotus and Haven. Lotus being their 5-2 map, and then Haven being 7-2. Obviously, Ascent being the first map because they are 7-0 on this map, and FF have been struggling a little bit. I mean, you saw what they did against Inferno, where they just went into the second half and they just absolutely steamrolled them. But still, this is a team. This is the BS team that you cannot doubt whatsoever, because once next thing you know, you're down 9-3, you're down 10-2, and Huawei has 20 plus going into the half. But we are just now waiting for the R's. Jojo, what do you got predictions for this?
Doubt FF. Don't doubt FF. They're second half warriors. Ever since they got Shabriri off of Senti, they've been kind of killers. I don't want to say anything, but I would expect this to go to 3. And honestly, it's a flip of the coin. There's no team I particularly favor. If Melio is feeling it, if Woa is feeling it, it's clearly a BS game. But I suppose we'll see.
Yeah, indeed, we will see. Obviously, I would love to have a 3-map banger as well, but I'm just looking for a great game here today between these two teams, as FF looking to try to keep the miracle run going. The 8th seed coming into this, now going against the number 1 seed, the other team that has single-digit losses here in Mythic Tide, with that be at 24-8. So we'll have to see how we'll do in this. But right now, all I gotta say is these maps might not be the flashiest, but they're still fun to watch in Breeze and Lotus, and I'm excited for it, Jojo.
I'm excited for Breeze. I think Breeze in the map pool right now has maybe the most tactical diversity. Teams are running singular controller, they're running double controller. There's a lot of weird comps. You're running Phoenixes, you're running Neons, and ISOs even, some teams. So I think there's a lot of interesting stuff that we can see on this map especially.
Yeah, I mean, Breeze is just, there's so many different comps you can run, like you said, but like, a lot of teams like to run the double dive, you know, running the Jet Waylay or running the Neon Jet even. There's a lot of different things you can do with the double controller as well, running the Astra Viper, or what a lot of teams have been doing lately, the Viper Harbor, bringing back the double wall comp. And any comp you build on Breeze, as long as you have the fundamentals behind it with smokes, your entry duelist, and then a scan initiator, you really can kind of mix and match a lot of the different kind of styles of comps you want to run with here on Breeze.
Yeah, and a lot of this map really goes down to whoever can dominate with the operator. And that's why I'm looking at Woa here, because no one really on FF can really use that op, but an op in Woa's hands is dangerous. And if he gets it on early, especially on defense, oh, it might be toast for them. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, FF have been doing a lot of better style from the Inferno game, where they were trying to work the map, play it slow, and do their defaults diligently in order to try to force people off of those lines. One of those things that they were doing very, very well against Phobic, I'm pretty sure was his name. When he was getting, when he was Phobia, thank you. When he was getting the op online, stuff like that, they were always forcing him back with util, with a Sova drone, or a Phoenix Flash even. They were doing very, very well and taking people off the line. But the thing is that with Huawei is he doesn't care about the util. He will disrespect it. He will just go forward. It's insane.
I mean, I will say, I'll defend Phobia here. Phobia is not quite the opera that Woa is. It's a bit of a different situation. Maybe using the op out of team necessity rather than comfort. So I suppose we'll see a different look in this game.
Yeah, indeed. I mean, obviously you're going from one opper who barely ops, more or less likes to rifle more than opping, compared to this one, where it's Huawei who loves opping, loves rifling, loves both of them, and will be aggressive with it. FF is going to have to slow them down as much as possible in order to decide how they're going to do on the defensive side, because you know Huawei is going to run in there, is going to get the entry kills and try their best to just take control of the map. And that's something FF has to deny. Cannot let Huawei get going. It means you cannot solo swing him. You want to throw bodies at him to try to slow him down. Even then, sometimes he can definitely get his too. But we are getting the R's from the teams, and we're going to be going into the game here very shortly. As now with Breeze, this is This is the first game of the second round of the Season 10 Mythic playoffs as we get into Aiden Select here on Breeze. JoJo was something already sticking out to me. It's a Neon from Woa, Melio on the Jets.
Yeah, this double dive is pretty dangerous. And whoa, there's no Phoenix for Miss FF here. FF has really been a team that's embraced the Phoenix. And, Phoenix has recently been nerfed. And that's actually what's standing out to me. But yeah, the Woa and Neon is dangerous. This guy is fast, and he'll be able to rotate wherever he wants in the map and use that off however he wants. Fight for A main, using the stun. It's a very good pick for this matchup. I really appreciate it. A team playing Neon is kind of unusual in Mythic. A lot of these guys just basically play what they're comfortable with.
Yeah. Obviously, over the other side, Rexy's playing the Astra. He's the one who's been playing the Phoenix for them, playing that secondary duelist for FF, but now he's going to be moving over to the Astra, playing that role. And you also have Howley on the Chamber, Jaburi on the Jet, Blazy on the Viper, and Delek on the Sova. So
maybe they were baiting us. Maybe they were baiting us. They're going back to the Phoenix. I thought it was going to happen. I don't think that ISO pick is going to
or the Teo pick.
Hopefully not. Teo on this map would be certainly interesting. It is something
He's got to be baiting at the last
do.
second. He's moving over to the Sova. Yeah, I was saying right as soon as hit 0, he's going to the Sova. But yeah, they're going to be running. Oh, it's the Neon. Yep, right at the last second, changing it to the Neon and Woa on the Jet this time. It was just a little bait and switch.
You think they were just saying, like, they flipped a coin, said, which one's going to pick Neon, which one's going to play Jet today?
Has to be, because I think they both can play both roles. They could play Jet, they could play Neon. So it might as well just, what are you feeling? So you feeling the Jet? All right, I'll play the Neon. Like, it's simple as that. But
Jet allows you to get a lot more aggressive with those offlines. You can use
100%.
That dash just basically to get out whenever you want.
100% indeed. As now the pistol round going here for the side of both teams. We're starting on the defense side for the side of FF, and as well for the attack on the side of BS. The number 1 seed versus the number 8 seed. JoJo, who do you think is going to win this pistol round?
I gotta give it to BS. I am confident. I see Woa with the Sheriff. I know that's a couple of free kills right there. I really like a Sheriff round pistol. So,
Indeed.
A nice BS win here.
As the first round, the first game of the quarterfinals of Mythic Season 10 starts now, with the mid default coming in here from the side of FF. 4 players towards mid. It's now this fast hit coming in towards A from the side of BS. They go right into backside. Melio's the one that's first take first contact. Howley's gonna find the trade on the Melio. And Rexy's finding the lurk on the 6 of the Wolf, taking him out of the round, now to 4v3. JC taking an aggressive line. These 2 players are low. The whiff a little bit there, but Rexy finds the kill. But Woa finds that trade. Now down to a 2v2. It's Howley and Blazy versus K10 and Woa. Woa with that Sheriff. Blazy, who is low to that Sheriff, but K10 also half HP. Can walk straight into the crosshairs. Find a little bit of damage. Now the Headhunter once again, a singular bullet, but the hands of Howley, and he's gonna take the fight on Woa, taking him out of the round and finding 3.
Well, I guess you can't really expect Wiley to just dominate you. One tap, couple taps. That's how the Guardian works there. But wow, I gotta say, I think FF did a really good job just flooding out onto that into the initial BS hit, and I don't know, wasn't a little dicey there on Doris with JC, but I suppose we'll see. But we're looking at an outlaw.
Yeah.
They're forcing an outlaw.
Elio's going to be forcing the outlaw, and if FF is not prepared for that, they can catch him off guard completely. Elio's going to be going towards doors with this outlaw, but luckily nobody's going to be here to witness that outlaw just yet. As Howley, with that Marshall in hand, is going to wait for the peek, and Howley's going to take the head clean off of Woa, taking him out of the round once again. That's an elbow shown from JC. The scan's going to come in.
No one breaks his dart.
No one breaks his dart at all, and Howley is just taking his peek, taking his fights with this Marshall, finding another kill. And now BS has to back away. That is too much damage, too much to do. Howley holding strong on A here, JoJo.
I mean, he kind of has to get a little more aggressive here. They're down numbers. You can't just sit there and admit they're not going to peek you. Try and take one of the timings. Try and get up there. I don't know if this outlaw is going to find a lot of value. Oh, maybe.
Maybe Blazy is sitting top mid, is going to be jiggling but just barely out of the line of sight. Now the door is closed. They should hear that towards mid as well. And now you see Howley moving over. Blazy finds a little bit of damage with that Sheriff. Now we're gonna move forward, but Rexy, who has a Guardian in hands, waiting for this walk up, waiting for any kind of punishment. Gonna let the shots go wide, but Shaburi's there, but the Sheriff and the Outlaw getting their value. Body one apiece as Shaburi falls. Now they want to look towards towards B, excuse me, with 13 seconds left to go. They have to go. Rexy with this Guardian, trying his best, but he could just live his life. Blazy is there, but Rexy with the kill, and Melio trying to find his shots with the classic, but Blazy settles it first. They avoid a potential dangerous round that could have been with that Outlaw force.
Yeah, a little bit of danger there, but I don't know. I don't feel like the round was ever really out of FF's hands, and now we're gonna see that Kaden is gonna have to buy something a little bit lighter than a Vandal, and especially on your Astra who wants all that utility. I don't know how I feel about that Outlaw buy, especially on Melia, who really doesn't have the utility to effectively use it. We see Blazy's setting up to basically hold down all of B with that Viper wall.
Yeah, just a really good Viper setup. And now once again, look at this mid walk once again from Rexy and Shaburi, taking the space into elbow as D-Luck. We've seen what kind of damage he could do with this Sheriff, and now he's gonna look to wait for the waiting arms, but just a barely miss. But the second chance goes in favor, taking out Huowa once again. Melio trying to do his best. Howley finding his three, sticking the wall with a perfect strafe, taking him out of the round. But the 1v4.
Don't just stray.
Yeah, unfortunate Shaburi is here on this flank, and same with the Wolf. Now aware of it. Now knows he's penciled in, finds the first, onto Blazy, finds the second, finds the third! You cannot be getting away with this! It's a 1v1 between Shaburi and Signal the Wolf. Can he bring back from the depths of despair from the ground? Now, Main playing a little mind games here, holding strong, waiting for those mistakes. As Shaburi now makes his move. Walking out slowly, this Viper Orb is going to give him a little bit of time to cross out, and now Signal going out, looking around, and he's going to take the first shot. Can't settle it yet. Shaburi under a lot of tricks, under a lot of time and effort, and despite the heroics from Signal the Wolf, just not enough. Shaburi closes it out.
Signal the Wolf is fast with those single target guns. Signal the Wolf will fry you up. Damn, BS looking a little, I don't know, disorganized. You just have Royal walking up mid all alone, and the rest of his team just dying behind him. Melio doesn't have a dart, there's no Astra stun. I kind of want to just see you all bunched up there for that important anti-eco round. But,
yeah, it's a bonus conversion for the side of FF off the back of Howley getting 3, even though Signal the Wolf did his absolute best to bring it back. But now Howley, with its operator in his hands, is going to hear the rumbling, hear the footsteps, and he doesn't need a headshot on the Signal the Wolf. We'll get it this time. Now has to back away as the onslaught of these attackers are coming in. The dart coming from the behind. He's going to get the scan on at least 2 players. It's going to be Howley trying to away, but the Marshal's making it sing. Jason's going to find a kill on the D-Luck. That's a weapon upgrade for the side of Melio. Now this bomb is going to come down. Oh, the shots are going a little wide. Melio taking out Howley. Now it's going to be a 3v4. Rexy leading the charge. Riding forward. There's still the weaponry advantage tactically in favor of FF. 2 Marshals, a Sheriff, and a Vandal in the hands of BS. But now Melio looking to take some kind of space with Blazy's all over it. Kate with a dink with the Sheriff, as well as that Astra pull. Using that Molly to come in. That's going to force them back. Shaburi falling the utility very nice, and time's not on their side. 3v2. Yeah, Shark Dart coming in. They're going to have to stick on this bomb real quickly. But Blazy is there, and Shaburi has his back. Despite the disaster start that was a 4v3, they bring it back.
Yeah, I kind of like the look there from BS a lot more. I think just a more straight-on hit, utilizing the double dive that they have in the Jet and the Neon. But Melio is just kind of sitting there on an island trying to get another one after their up advantage. I think there, you just have to either tuck or all peek together. And I don't know if all of BS was really on the same page.
Yeah, I mean, it's just been a little bit dysfunctional. They've been only been hitting A. This is their 5th round leaning towards A in a row. And Howley has been really doing a bang-up job getting his first entries on it. But now they're going to go fast straight into A. The Neon running it down. The Noble Pulse at the same time alongside the Relay Bolt. Now they're going to take this to A side. It's going to be 2 players in orange. It's going to be D-Luck and it's going to be Melio. Take first contact on the Howley once again. Taking him out of the round this time. D-Luck down in orange, a 5v4. Using the drone, Melio taking the space in the doors, meeting up with his teammate and Signal the Wolf. These players have a lot to do, and there's a lot of space taken here from the side of BS. They have backside control. Jabiri trying to make something happen, trying to make miracles happen. Nothing can do. JC and Melio are there holding it together. It's Blazy who has to do it all, and finally, BS get around on the board.
Yeah, I really don't understand quite what Alan is doing, just sitting out there in the open with an operator. A little bit of a risky move, but yeah, look at these singular site hits. They're definitely going to be more in DS's advantage without a more planned retake. And you notice that FF basically had nobody in mid. They gave up all of mid, they never re-cleared it, and their team has to essentially retake with all of these angles being dangerous, and that's just not possible, especially down in mid.
Yeah, and now they're forcing FF to put bodies in A, but Howley is going to be unable to take indoors positioning. So that stun and Molly combo, forcing him back. And now Melio is going to take all this free real estate, waiting for it, but Blazy's already there on the line. But look at this timing from Howley, and Signal is there already, ready for it. And just like that, numbers advantage is now neutral for both sides here. Both top frags out of the round, and Melio and Howley, but Huoa has a very dangerous gun in his hands. A jump spot coming at the foot, almost there. Rexy counting his days as he barely limps away with his life after crossing paths. And now the Blaze Storm from Jabiri is going to take this timing into this fight. Signal the Wolf is going to take this first contact. And now Jabiri trying to find something, trying to do any kind of damage with those Blaze Storms, but now has to back away as the rest of the offense is coming here towards A. Jabiri and D-Luck, they've been a lot of pressure here in just a moment. But Huoa still holding mid, playing this slow, waiting for any kind of picks, waiting for any kind of mistakes here. As now the dart comes in, gonna wait. The wall goes up. That's gonna actually block off D-Luck from being able to get scanned. A little bit damage on the K10 as he's giving one to run out, but Shabriri is there. The Viper Spin's gonna be used. Now to get them onto the site. As D-Luck trying to find the timing, trying to find his any kind of positioning as he swings out. Signal the Wolf though with pure and unadulterated confidence, but it's gonna be Signal the Wolf again, making miracles happen. Now needs the ace clutch. Can he do what he didn't do earlier? It's Blazy versus Signal the Wolf. Your knife is out. It's Signal the Wolf. Couldn't do it before, and he makes up for his mistake this time, finding the ace.
Signal the Wolf masterclass. You can't guard him, man. You can't guard him. Though, to be fair, he did mess up a little bit with the wall. That gap was pretty egregious, and it led, I think that was, D-Luck get a free kill through it. But
D-Luck on the K10,
yeah. Signal the Wolf's heroics just kind of saved BS there from what really looked like another win for FF. Like,
checking the situation.
I guess they were playing a little disconnected, but they had numbers. They should have just waited.
Yeah, dude, Howley again finding the opener, and they're tired of this mid lurk. On the side of Signal the Wolf, and now has to run away. Blazy finds the kill onto Huoa, taking him out of the round once again. And just like that, despite the weaponry not going in favor of the side of FF, 3 shares, the tour de force, and a rifle in the hands of Blazy. They're up 5v3, but still the one man who's been helping them get these rounds as close as they are, Signal Wolf, is still alive. Now was a lone wolf right now, sitting at 9 and 5, but these 3 players from the side of BS are waiting for a mistake from FF. And here, Jojo, they're not giving them an inch.
No, I don't know about this solo. They keep on just sending the Neon up mid, and it's not really worked once for them. No one's there to back him up. There's no one in elbow, really. It just seems like kind of a let's hope my duelist gets a kill strategy.
Yeah,
Now
indeed.
JC has the operator.
Yeah. After Hua fell through the smoke, the shock dart coming from D-Luck with 30 seconds left to go. They really don't
30
have
seconds left.
any kind of map space besides this positioning. But K10 walking straight into the crosshairs of D-Luck. But now this dart scanning him out, but it's going to be Shabriri to walk out alongside D-Luck. It's going to be placed to the fall in the backstab of Shabriri again, finding two.
Spike down, B.
Finding those kills, and now Sick the Wolf has to do it all again in a 1v3 this time. With 10 seconds left to go, they're going to give him the respect he needs, and D-Luck is going to play the off angle, find his kill, find the frag, and they find their 5th round.
Finally, FF has realized not to peek Signal the Wolf one by one. Thank the Lord. But yeah, I feel like BS's only 2 wins have really been from heroics, essentially. They get a couple of really free kills, or Signal the Wolf just decides to become Thanos himself and mow everyone down. But yeah, I really don't like this offense from BS. It just feels a little too individualistic. It feels not very organized, and I can't take the advantage of that.
Yeah, he is. Now we're going to get here. It's this round. D-Luck taking out Whoa, Shabriri taking out Melio. That's the double duelist down within the first 10 seconds of the round. Unbelievable.
They just ran out into the open. There was no thought behind it. It was, okay, I can get this pick. Let me go jump. Let me go get it. But there's another person there. You have to think that there's another person there. Oh.
And Howley again finding the kill. Oh, but the knife's out. JC is going to find his kill, find his revenge. As the drone is going to keep walking up as K10, who's yet to find a frag in this map so far, is now waiting for it. D-Luck making some sort of noise, making some sort of pressure, but look at the positioning from K10, trying to find the timing. And what is that shot from D-Luck? Full moving. No shooting error existed, and Rexy's holding an off angle, but K10 gonna find his life just barely, but D-Luck is there. What a shot! Living up to the name, finding a lucky kill, and then finishing it off.
A lot of these opening picks are just not going BS's way. I mean, the Chamber just sitting Hoa down with the knives. Actually, it was D-Luck sitting him down. And I feel like a lot of these strategies are essentially just predicated on BS being mechanically better, and I think FF is showing that they can hang.
Yeah, indeed, right now. I mean, I'm pretty sure this is FF's map pick of Breeze. So right now they're proving right now that the overdrive is going to be popped at the same time. It's going to have to go fast in the hands of Howley. It's going to have to go for Rexy again. Just finding a kill through the smoke. Denying the overdrive, denying any kind of value from Melio. And now these shock darts are coming in as the spam through the smoke trying to do something. Rexy strafing out of the way, but JC's going to find that kill with the Marshall headshot. Before now D-Luck finds the kill, but JC again making this Marshall sing. And they bring it to a 3v3 with the weaponry just completely out of hands. Unable to pick them up, so they still have a Sheriff's and a Marshall.
Teleport's ready.
That's K10 looking to be aggressive, looking to get active here, trying to find something with the timing in their hands. He is going to pick up a rifle and now wait behind the smoke. Shabriri and Blazy are waiting for the smoke to go down, and the smoke goes in favor. K10 finding his first 2 frags of the game, and they're the most important one. Finding the round, finding a Thrifty.
What a timing there in the smoke. I mean, you just see K10 and Rexy. Or was it Rexy? They just butt heads.
Blazy.
They just butt heads, not ready for each other in the slightest. And, you know, Shabriri's a little bit slow on the trade there, and that's just the round over.
All set up.
Again, BS just kind of wins off the heroics. I know they won that round. I'm not saying they didn't win it, but their site has looked messy. You have Melio just running out into the open all alone. No support for shooting, not even a dart. Getting spammed through the smoke. And,
Yeah, here comes the fast. It's going to be a double Hunter Spirit come from the side. It's going to be D-Luck. Going to try to find a kill on the JC. It's going to be Howley finding a kill on the Melio once again. Now down to a 5v3 just like that again. In the first 15 seconds of the round. Seems like BS just really have no options left onto this A side. They keep trying to run their heads into a brick wall. And that brick wall is Howley right now, 12-7, denying them any access to this site. And once again, now BS have to pick their pieces up and try to bring this round back. Like you said, Jojo, it's been heroics. And yet again, it's another round. They need more heroics here.
Yeah, Yeah, I really want Sing to the Wolf to be a little more aggressive in this middle area. There's usually when they're fighting the mains, there's nobody in mid, and yet Sing the Wolf is just a little too scared to take his timings up in mid. Like,
Yeah.
he's still in the attacking part of the site. You have to walk up a little bit, take your timing.
You have to do something here in this aspect. But right now, they're just trying to wait. D-Luck on this line. It's going to be Signal the Wolf for Huo to take the first contact.
30
It's looking like
seconds
it's going to be Signal the Wolf. Ready to walk straight out. D-Luck trying to hold his nerve, trying to hold his timing, and we'll do that just that. Howley again, peeking off it perfectly. As the pull is coming in, Huo finds a no-scope for his trouble, but Rexy is there on the trade. And that is now confirmed a winning half for the side of FF.
Yeah, and again, that round was disorganized from a team that picked this map. I mean, why does Swoa have an operator? They're rushing A, they're running it down. So why does your secondary duelist have an op? I feel like you gotta, work the map a little bit to use that op. But BS kind of being a little muddled here in their attacking side.
Yeah, and once again, they are looking straight at A. They're trying to do this again. This time, FF, though, is not going to be ready for this. They're expecting some sort of countermeasures, and nothing is shown for them as they're just going to keep going straight into A. As two players from the side of BS don't have weaponries. They have a share for the classic. JC and Melio with the Vandal, and Floa has an operator. Now the Viper Spit's going to come in, though, making this round just that much more difficult for the side of FF, as well as the Cosmic Divide. Howley dipping Huo with the operator. And now it's going to be Melio. Gonna back away now, getting scanned up by the drone, but now the Flood's gonna come in the same side of Cosmic Divide coming in here now. JC's gonna find that kill on the Shabiri. K10 sitting in this corner with the classic in his hand. D-Luck gonna find a kill with the Melio's gonna take the swing, but Blazy is there to watch his back. As now it's gonna be Sick of the Wolf, looking to make the grab, but Blazy is there, not allowing him to make heroics this time, denying it. And now they have their 8th round, shutting down BS.
And a lot of that round didn't make that much sense. I mean, all of BS just swinging out of their Viper's Pit. It just feels like they're a little flustered. They've lost a lot of rounds. And they weren't ready for their attacking side to start off as bad. They want to have momentum with this Neon Jet, and they're just not being allowed any of it.
Yeah, it's been a struggle for the side of BS. They have went A 11 or 12 rounds in a row.
Just
the
butting
only
their heads on the wall.
Yeah, the only time they went B was when it was on an eco round and they got sprayed through a smoke. And now they're finally going to look towards mid, finally trying to change something up on the last round of the half. That's Howley now walking straight into elbow, but there's a lot of noise in mid. He should be close enough to hear this, and he is going to turn around now and look to try to see if he can find a kill, find a pick. And as he does that, the cross has been made. Woa on the side. Looking to try to cross sand, but Shabriri with a second operator. Once again, shutting Ho out of the round, and Cade just can't find it. But Signal will just find a kill on the lurk. Melio swing around, trying to do something with Shabriri again with that operator. And Rexy's doing the kill to the smoke. Signal the Wolf has to do it again. Needs a 1v4. Finds the first, finds the second. 35 HP though. Can't do it enough. Not enough HP, not enough bullets, and not enough time. 9-3 half for FF.
It is over.
Yeah, there was not a lot of good things to say in that half from VS. It just looked like a team that had the life sucked out of them.
If you're not a good shot
Pardon my
today,
French.
don't worry. There are
I'm just
other
a
ways
little
to be useful.
confused on why they decided that A was their bomb site. I mean, it feels like B is one of the easier sites to hit on Breeze, especially with double dive. And they just were terrified of it. Terrified of going into it alone. Dedicating, basically sending their Neon up into mid alone with nothing to help him, just to die. So, I don't know how I feel about this attacking side, but this map is defensive sided, and Floa, once he gets that operator, is a dangerous man.
Yeah, indeed. I mean, from looking at the stats on the side of BS, they've only played Breeze twice, and it's kind of showing a little bit with their attack comps. But right now, it's going to be a fast fight. Shabriri finds the kill now. Huoa finds his second and did a little bit more damage on the Rexy. Now he's going to have to back away and wait for his teammates. Huoa, this is the last man he wants to get alive. He was 3-11, now finding 2. He's going to try to wake him up just a little bit more. Signal Wolf, who took a lot of mid space early on in the round as well. Looking to back away now. As they're going to try to read into this in this 4v3. Look to play together, look to play as a unit. Something they barely did on attack. That's Woa. He's going to find a little bit of damage, a little bit of body shot onto Blazy. He's going to wait for this cross now. Only saw the Vipers, so they might not think that there's going to be multiple people coming towards A. As, yeah, K10 is going to walk straight into the crosshair of Howley. Now they slow it down. They're going to walk straight back into top mid. It's going to be Sick of the Wolf. Holding a line, holding an angle to see if he can find a timing. As Rexy is going to be holding it, waiting for any kind of timing. Might have saw his shoulder as he is dead set on holding this line. But Signal the Wolf not going to hold his nerve just yet.
30
Not
seconds
going to
left.
peek any kind of angles. FF, 26 seconds left to go. They want to go towards B now. That is the correct choice. Nobody on this side. As the closest person is JC, who's sitting in CT. Now wants to get kind of curious, and Howley again with this headhunter, just absolutely obliterating the head. Blazy doesn't take his time, and Howley again just does not care. Has a headhunter, and there's Blazy finding his timing. Despite the heroics coming from Hawoa, Howley says, I'm better.
Yeah, and BS just basically gave FF the entire map. You saw Woa, Signal the Wolf, Melio, JC, all just sitting in spawn, not daring to take a fight, trying to maintain this advantage, and then Kaden decides to be sure. It seems like their team is just not fully on the same page.
Track them down.
FF is not a team you cannot be on the same page for. They're gonna punish that. And they're gonna punish that well.
Now we're here on the anti-eco round for the side of FF. The drone coming in from the side of D-Luck. Trying to clear out any kind of question marks. K10, who's left alone on this side. There's only 2 marshals and a sheriff in the hands of the Wolf. A half force, half buy, I would say. I'm gonna go towards A. K10 with a classic in his hands. The Talon Esports VDC Classic. So the Wolf's gonna find a kill in Shabiri though. K10 looking to walk forward. He's gonna side smoke to his advantage. Whoa, once again finding the kill. Rexy's gonna get a kill with that stinger. Whoa, down to 23 HP. Trying to make magic happen, but Rexy's aware of that. There is 2 players from the side of BS who are low. But look at this flank coming in from JC. Are they aware of it? He's going to trigger discipline and wait. Look to use the Marshall. Find a headshot on the D-Luck, and now they're aware that there's going to be a flank coming in here. You have to wait now, Blazy. Only has the sheriff in his hands. Trying to find something, trying to see if he can do any kind of miracle happen. But Signal the Wolf is already on it, and Rexy has no HP to work with. Can he make a miracle happen? Woa running forward with the classic. Trying to right-click something, trying to do any kind of damage, and JC, the one who opened up the retake, is the one to close it out with that Marshall.
And that's what I was telling you with that BS Signal the Wolf sheriff. That is a dangerous, dangerous man, and not a man you want to let heat up. But yeah, I mean, FF looking a little confused out there, not really knowing whether they should fully enter into the site, kind of walking out into it, and I think their buy especially was a little questionable. The double marshal was from BS. But
Yeah.
still, the Spectre and the sheriffs, I don't know, it just felt a little weak, and, you know, BS is going to punish that.
Yeah, indeed. Now you're going into this round. It's going to be just a sheriff, the headhunter in the hands of Howley, and sheriffs in the hands of Shabiri and Rexy, and a marshal in the hands of Blazy. But these are guns that are very, very dangerous in these players' hands. As Melio gonna get curious, gonna look right into it, he's gonna jiggle, get a shoulder shot, but he's gonna slide out and does not care that he got hit by that. Sliding one tap, sliding the headshot.
Down, B.
Howley gonna wait, play it patiently. Now the headhunter is gonna sing, and one body shot will do it for Melio, but that gun is virtually unrecoverable. As Hawoa waiting, now gonna take his time, take his timings and peek out. As Howley with his headhunter gonna try to find his time and try to do it well, but nothing they can do just yet. As Rexy, the other one with the sheriff in the hands, that gun is gonna be unrecoverable as they're gonna have to go towards A, exactly where K10 is, who's having a struggle of a map so far, but can he do miracles worked here with 2 players? Rexy doing it all, and K10, yeah, the back is turned. That is an easy kill for him. Howley trying to see if he can make some damage happen with 4 bullets remaining left in the headhunter. A miracle's gonna be underway, and JC says, not today, not on my watch, denies it. And they're gonna avert any kind of re-ecoing them this time around.
think that VDC has a chance? Like, be honest. Do you actually think they really have a chance?
Money.
Because that attacking side was really bad.
You can have a really bad attack half, but you can have a really good defense half.
Yeah, I don't know. That round looked pretty convincing to me, and you know the team wasn't taking too many individual ones. They took the space they needed to take. Maybe they're just a defensive-sided team, and Quo definitely is a defensive-sided player, especially with his operator.
And now he
Very
has that
aggressive.
operator. Yeah, look at how far up he's already playing. The FF is waiting for him. They are waiting, and his dash is going to run out, and now his timing is under hands. And the leg shot on to Howley. And now K10 is going to have to do it all here. The onslaught alone on site. 5 players from FF. The spam in the smoke, waiting for it, trying to make a miracle happen. And he damn near did, finding 2. Giving the numbers neutrality here for BS. Giving them a chance. Melio sliding out. Hunter Spear's going to use it at the same time for the side of JC, trying to find a tag, trying to find any kind of damage to force them out into the waiting arms of their teammates. The Wolf pulling a line. Not doing anything. Melio in the fast lane, trying to get closer. Shabriri is going to fall to the hands of Melio. Now this Dark gaining him up. Lazy. He's going to get spammed out by Melio. Nothing he can do. D-Luck stuck to a rock and a hard spot. And what a beautiful retake off the back of K10 there.
Kind of started off a little ridiculously with Woa deciding to walk out with no dash, but you know, Caden's heroics in that smoke basically evened out the round, and that retake was very organized. I like the use of knowing that they had to use the ultimate to equalize it a little bit, and Melio, man, that man never sees an angle that he doesn't want to take. Everything is a fight for him. Fight, 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 fight. You know? A little bit weaker guns and a little more confidence does a lot.
Yeah, indeed. Now, on the side of FF, they're going to be on yet again a low buy. Blaze is going to have a hero rifle. One of them could potentially go towards B here and finally test this out. The Tour de Force in the hands of Howley. Going to be used. JC on this line. Waiting for the drone. It's going to get broken up and up. Lazy. He's going to try to back away. He's going to get a lot of pressure. It's going to be 2 players waiting for him. Blazy is going to have that kill onto Melio. The second Wolf has to back away, but now this dashing from Shabriri is going to take it forward. Handle in the hands of JC is going to be wonders. Recon Dart's going to scan him out, but no damage to be done on him. Second Wolf. Now here to pulse to the side with the Tour de Force in the hands of Howley. Now Second Wolf is going to take down Blazy, who was 1 HP, so not much you can do about that. But Signal again, waiting for it, but they're not going to be aware of this yet. D-Luck. Living whipping on the shots, and JC is going to take down Howley, who had the Tour de Force. And now it's between D-Luck, and the knife is out from JC. Taken down and stabbing the back of his Silva counterparts. And they find their 7th round.
And kind of again, a round that started off pretty poorly with Melio, who really has never found an angle he doesn't like, just sliding out into the waiting arms of Lazy. But, you know, Signal the Wolf does a lot in this round to essentially stop this cycle. With the fast rotate, realizing that the bulk of ES was basically in B main. And, you know, the Signal the Wolf is shooting.
Yeah, him and JC, none of the players that, I mean, so you talked about a lot about Signal the Wolf and not showcasing his capabilities. As now looking towards A. This might be a fake towards A because the bomb is heading towards B. As Shabriri is going to fake dash out, cause them to kind of have any noise. But Melio with a perfect time and the dink on to Rexy, trying to find anything. But now Melio trying to back away. Blazy trying to find some of the shots, but Shabriri cannot. Now it's going to be down to Melio trying to take the whole bulk of this offense on his own. JC finds 2 on the other side of B main. As Melio finally falls, but the damage has been done. It's a 4v2. As Cade looking to take his fight, looking to be confident making plays, and he will take down K10. It's Blazy. 1v4. Can he do what Signal Wolf did in the last half? Can he one-up him here? Waiting for any kind of mistakes, waiting for any kind of push-outs. But Blazy with 45 seconds left to go. He was the one with the rifle in his hands. Might think about saving here. As yeah, he is just already waiting for it, not wanting to push out just yet. And once again, this defense side from the side of BS is starting to come alive, JoJo.
30 seconds
Yeah,
left.
and do teams just suddenly start losing their brains as soon as they have to entry? I feel like everyone's just a little bit scared to just run it in, and both these teams have comps that should allow them to do that. I don't know,
He is waiting.
10
10 seconds left.
You can get the opposite.
Toxins going up. My ultimate is
I
ready.
think they still have enough money to buy another one, but
I have the spike.
he's gonna take the arm.
Oh, you gotta stay alive there, Blazy. Trying to stay alive and not keep them from saving this operator, and doesn't do it. They don't pick it up though, but they don't have enough money. They have plenty of money to buy another one anyway.
Plenty of money, and not that the op has been particularly effective, but Single the Wolf and JC have just been rocks, hard rocks on this B side. Nothing could get by them, and you know, FF is looking weak. They're looking scared. They're looking like they don't want to push things. They're pushing things when they shouldn't. And I don't know how Melly. That was it.
Yeah, I mean right now it's starting to go towards mid. I don't realize a little bit. Melia with his outlaw in his hands, is waiting for the waiting arms of some of these players. Howley take the first contact, and yeah, that outlaw is gonna sing. He's gonna find two, and now the overdrive. He wants more. He wants glory. Well, Rexy says no. Taking the Wolf is gonna swing out wide, and just like that, a little bit messy at first. A little shaking the mouse, a little whiffy, but it's okay. You were hitting some insane shots earlier. That is a clean end to that round for BS. They're one round away from tying this up.
Wow, what half for BS and Melio? Wow, he really has come alive in this half. I know we've been talking a lot about Single Wolf and JC, but he has impressed me. The walk down mid 2 rounds ago was really something. I've never seen someone do that. What a timing. And now they're just, FF just hitting A. They've decided to go the BS way. Just hit A.
Yeah, they have to. It's now gonna wait for this drone. It's gonna get tagged on the Floa. Now has to back away, force him off the line. That dart's gonna come, but they're gonna waste no more time. They want on the side. They want to get here. Shabriri gonna take the first contact, gonna find the kill. Onto Melia. Now take the peek on the Floa. It's gonna take the kill again. Confidence making plays is all you need. As Shabriri dashing forward, but K10 with the perfect cross placement, taking him out of the round once again. Now waiting for the signal of the Wolf. He's gonna run forward. But he's gonna be waiting in the arms of Holly. JC finds the kill on the place. He now has it all to do in a 1v3. The bomb planted in an open spot. Howley now placing down the rendezvous point. JC now has a realization that the chamber is back in A main. There should be no lurkers, but he's gonna be still paranoid of any kind of positionings behind him. Now he's gonna look to tap the bomb. The suck coming in at the first time. Sees the little leg, sees the shin of Howley. They're gonna wait for the double swing. It's gonna be D-Log to take the peek, take the fight. And they finally, after 6 rounds in a row, they find their 11th round.
Okay, so have you noticed how both teams, as soon as they decide to just, you know, run it down on one of the sites, it kind of works? Because I'm seeing this and I'm like, why are we spending all of our time doing this kind of mid stuff, this kind of split stuff, when you can just enter into A for free? Or you can enter into B for free.
Yeah, I think that's FF starting to realize that as well. Hwoa still has the operator in his hands. They have a double operator. Melio and Hwoa both have ops. Shibiri with the Blade Storm. That's going to be the recon dart. Yeah, Owl drone. It's going to stop him back. Now here comes Hunter at the same time. It's going to be Hwoa. Giving it a lot of pressure. Can't do anything. Blazy's going to take him down in K10. Tag with 100 at the same time. There's immense value from one ultimate. Shibiri. This operator is going to wait for him, but Kane with the shorty is aware of it. 100 Fury is going to be used here for the side of JC to try to find any kind of damage. Now to find the pit. A lot of ultimates used to try to get on the match point. K10 down to 15 HP. As D-Lock getting curious. Howley get the kill on the K10 and JC, but it's the trade from Howley again. Not allowing them to get the numbers in their advantage. Blazy coming out of the pit. And what a time to do it. Howley finds 3. And ladies and gentlemen, FF is on map points.
You were doing so good, BS. You were doing so good. I was so excited. And then we just decided to let them into A. I think a lot of the issue is that BS really is a team built around Hwoa. And when Hwoa is, you know, not having as good a game as he usually does, it kind of makes everything seem a little more flat. Because that's why they just left him in A main with the operator, because usually he's good with six.
Yeah, here comes the fast fire, fast aggression, but again, FF just deny it. Melio finds a trade on Shabriri, but Rexy is there to deny him completely. Trying to throw some sort of aggression into the atmosphere, but Howley again on this lurk. Takes down Signal Wolf with the operator with a flick. Now it's down to K10 again. Can he make a miracle happen? This time he won't find his two. It's down to JC. 23-13. Has it all to do. And a 1v3. I need to shock our damage to try to see if he can find any kind of value with it. Rexy sitting in the middle of the smoke. Howley holding the line with the perfect project placement again. JC, but Rexy swings out of the smoke on a perfect timing, averting disaster. And the 8th seed FF take map 1.
Yeah, and got a little dicey there, but I think FF really basically just had it in their hands. They had to steady themselves. They had to realize what they were good at. But once they just started sending it into A, they found that it was pretty easy. And VS looking a little flustered, looking like they're not really that used to both of their duelists not doing that much.
Yeah, as we look at the scoreboard right here in just a few seconds, I mean, Quoa looked human this time.
Really human.
Probably one of his worst, if not the worst game. Triple negative. 6-18. Just absolutely diffed in this map so far. Howley 25-15 on that chamber. 5 first bloods. Came alive with that headhunter.
I could not see him miss with the headhunter. It was like every time he pulled it out, I was like, okay, here's 2 kills. Here's 2 free kills. That man is fast.
He is quick with it, but that is map number 1 going in favor of FF 13-9, as we are going to be taking a quick 5-minute break before we head into map number 2 of Lotus. So go get your popcorns, go get something to drink, go use the restroom. VDC Nation will be back here in just 5 minutes time.
should simply relish the art of doing nothing.
All right, and we are back from our little 5-minute break after a impactful map one, an impactful statement from FF, taking map one 13-9 on the map of Breeze. Now it is do or die for BS. They lose, they are out. They're fully out of playoffs because there is no second chances. There's no loser brackets. You win, you move on. You lose, you're out. And now JoJo, BS, it's do or die.
Yeah, and I gotta say, FF looked good. I know that the score looks a little bit closer, but that map felt pretty dominant once FF got their hands on the attacking side. And I have to say, the player I want to watch out from BS here is Melio. I think Melio is the key to their offense. He allows Woa to basically play off of his space, and when he's just dying out there, the team looks flat because Woa can't really solo get out of stuff like that. He can't get out of sights. And, you know, I want Melio to still have that aggression, but maybe wait for the utility a little bit more. Maybe wait for a dart, maybe wait for a drone. And I guess, yes, there was a little bit of luck. He's getting spammed through smokes. He's getting one-tapped by people that shouldn't be one-tapping him. But he looked a little young out there and a little inexperienced.
And now we're going into Lotus, a map that BS is way more comfortable on. So we'll have to see if they can adapt here. Now they're down 1-0 against FF, who are the 8th seed after they had a battle against Inferno, and they're showcasing it right now as they will not die. But I mean, both teams here, they have a lot of experience on Lotus, except one team has a better record than the other one, as over towards BS. It's 5-2 on Lotus compared to 3-4 from FF on Lotus. So it's up in the air on how these two teams are going to play it, but they do have a lot of experience on Lotus, so it should be a very, very good matchup.
Yeah, and I feel like Lotus is maybe one of those maps where an individual can have a lot more impact. There's a lot more solo fights. You're going to be fighting a lot more people contacting into you. And I think that's where a player like Quoa can really shine. That off is going to find a lot of value. The knives are going to find a value. And just generally, his aim and his ability to duel will have way more impact.
Yeah, and also Lotus is the map where I'm pretty sure Shibiru is playing the Vice. So I wouldn't be surprised if they switched that up, putting him on back on the Rays, or even putting him on the Neon and running the double duelist instead of Rexy. Or Phoenix, yeah. Having Rexy on the Phoenix and having Shibiru on the dive duelist. So there's a lot of things that could probably change up here because that comp looked kind of flat for them, in my opinion. So as we are getting the R's from the players, we're now going into map number 2 of Lotus. FF is up 1-0. This is do or die for BS. They lose, they're out. They win, then force a map 3. And for FF, they can try to break the curse that is FF Mythic for the last couple seasons. They've been losing early on in the first round, and you're already seeing the changes. Yeah, Shibiru on that Neon, Rexy on the Rays as well.
Wow. Quoa on Rays. Very different looks from the last time BS played this map. Quoa was on Jet. I guess that map, that breeze maybe convinced him to step away from the Jet.
Maybe. But one of the things that I was talking about, so far one curse was lifted. FF Expert winning their first playoff game in a while, just the other day. And now FF Mythic trying to get out of quarterfinals, where it seems like they always get out of quarterfinals and then they falter in semifinals. But right now, this is still a tall uphill battle for this team, despite being up 1-0 BS. They may start slow, but it's not how you start, it's about how you finish right now.
Yeah, and I expect that this race will find a lot more value. There's a lot of utility that you can use to kind of get your feet through the door, get some clear kills than maybe Jet. And, you know, Quoa can play all these bullets. Now, I think a player to highlight here on the side of DS is JC, hypothetically on this Chamber, he was shooting last match. So I kind of want to see him embrace that Chamber, embrace that operator. You're playing against a team with basically no flashes. Those angles are free for a Chamber, and I think he'll do pretty well.
Yeah, I mean, completely different ideological comps from these two teams. One team's running the Vice, the other team's running a Chamber. But other than that, it's pretty much the same. It's going to be a lot of brawls. It's going to be a lot of stalling with the Vice over on the C side, probably fighting for A. A lot of different things they're going to be doing here on this map of Lotus, with the side of FF starting on the defense, and as well as BS starting on the attack. And now we get into this pistol on here shortly, Jojo. What do you think is going to be the comp? What do you think is going to be the ideas from these two teams?
Well, okay, I'll actually change the question. I'll ask you a question. Who do you think is going to win the first A fight between these two teams?
It's pistol round. It can go either way. It's going to be a blood fight, as you already see, but I'm going to give it in the favor of BS because of how many more numbers are here. There's 5 players here for the side of BS, and there's only 3 on the hands of FF. The util has to be good. It has to be strong. And that's going to be the showcase here. The paint shells and the C's ready to go. Melio ready to run out. This is going to be this relay ball coming in. The fight's coming in. Rex is going to find a kill and find a second onto Sabiri. Whoa, it's going to take it down again. It's going to be Melio. That's all he can do with that Sheriff. D-Luck finding his body, finding the kill. Shots going away from K-Tim. Melio trying to find the equalizer and will do that. It's Blazy waiting for the peak. The right click. Finding one. K-10, who is so deathly low. 17 HP. Gonna make the call to make the read to walk straight into stairs. But these guys from FF are aware of it. Blazy, Crosser trained, and I may have said that BS had the numbers, but FF have fights.
Yeah, man, that is the name of the game on Lotus. We're seeing A fight, and both of these teams have the comps to really brawl for it. You know, I was a little bit surprised not to see Blazy there to support his team with maybe a blind, but it ended up working out, and FF, especially with some nice shooting from Rexy, really kind of saved what could have been a disaster.
Yeah, that is the third pistol round from FF. Third pistol round in a row. Last time they won a pistol round, they got ecoed, and now Shabriri holding the line with a high-low next to Rexy. And Melio trying to swing out with the Marshall, trying to find anything, but Rexy finds that kill. JC, though, with a headhunter, will take down Rexy. That Guardian Gonna be in stairs, though. It's gonna be unrecoverable from the side of BS. They still can only have a Marshall and a Headhunter bullets, depending on how many are left. There's BS taking this A Rebel fight now, taking control of it, but they're slowing it down just a wee bit, waiting for any kind of aggressiveness, any kind of fights. That's Woa with this Marshall, but right now Shabriri holding his nerve, holding it tight, trying to not give up an inch. That's D-Luck. The next one up on the chopping block, potentially as Woa. He's going to take a peek. He's going to draw the smoke down. Shabriri, though, is going to be under a lot of pressure. Has to back away, but it doesn't matter for him. He finds the kill on the JC, taking him out of the round. The Guardian's been coming in and the Haunts coming in at the same time. They want to go towards B, but there are two players on the side of FF ready for it. Blazy and Howley. Howley holding it strong alongside him. He will find all 3 kills. And they find their eco round, or the anti-eco round, in favor of FF.
I got a little scared there. I saw the nice shot from JC, and then I saw Single Wolf peeking out.
I need a weapon.
D-Luck peeking out onto Flow, and I was like, oh no, the round's gonna be a disaster. We're just gonna give them a bunch of ones. But a little bit of patience there from the side of FF lead to a nice bonus round conversion.
Stay focused.
I kind of like the look, a little more patient, a little smarter, and you know, we'll see how they do now.
Yeah, now they're going to take the roll 5. The bomb is going to be left behind in A lobby. But there is nobody to receive that A5 from the defender side of FF. They're just going to hold their nerves, hold their sights, as the rest of FF are going to get curious now. They're going to get aggressive. Look at Shabriri's positioning, taking all of this space, taking control. And now they're going to break the door like this B split here. And that is the call to be made as Shabriri. He is going to wait, let them cross. JC is aware of it, but not going to hold the line. He has that bomb, but this wall is going to slow them down just a little bit longer. That's now JC. He's going to spam out a little bit. They're going to take into heavy control. Melio is going to be the Shabriri's going to find a kill on the JC. Now they're trying to speed up, trying to get this retake going at the same time. It's going to be Rexy trying to find that kill. It's going to be Holo, though. Trying to hold strong to the Wolf. We saw what he could do with his Guardian in the last map, but D-Luck with the Spectre again. To the Wolf, though, once again, Rexy and Blazy apart. They find their kills. They flood together. And that is a bonus conversion for FF.
Yeah, and again from BS, their attacking side has been very, very dicey, and I don't know if going B against all of these shorter range guns is really the right idea. And JC puts his trip for A, even though they just went from A. I don't know, it gave so much space, and again, Shabriri with an incredible kill. That was essentially what won them the round. And I don't know, I don't like the look of these first rounds on attack.
Yeah, and now this hole from JC. Taking the jump spot from Shabriri. And oh, the crouch peek almost caught JC out. Luckily enough to run away with his life. The ult is going to go in the hands. Now Melio with his Marshall. Seeing if he can find anything. He's going to swing out, and D-Luck is already on the line. There's no thank you, Melio. That's now this Prowler getting information on the cave, but D-Luck wants to get aggressive, wants to get curious, and Huoa, who's on this line, jiggling out, free-firing, now the paranoia, but Howley's here to hold down his fort, watch his teammates back, and D-Luck will eventually find the kill, and now it's down to Signal the Wolf. First to share the Prowler, though, is going to blind him up, and yeah, D-Luck is going to finish the job. What a fight, what a kill, and what a battle from these two teams so far.
D-Luck has smelled blood in the water. He thinks BS is weak. That swing was insanity. I was like, D-Luck of all players just decides, oh, I'm gonna swing out of a swing, and you know, FF gets quite punished by it, especially because Howley supports him there. But yeah, BS looking scared, looking frightened, and look how fast FF left the C site. They were out of there as soon as they got the chamber up the line. And here's the fight.
Yeah, another 8-5. The relay bolt coming in. Does Mr. trying to walk right into the stun. Can't do anything. The Rex can find that kill, but Huoa and JC finding one apiece. Finally, the 8-5 going in their favor. Blazy left behind this box. Are they going to clear him? They find one, though. He finds a second. Makes this that much more winnable for the man who top fragged in the last map. Howley, 5-1. Now looking to clear his angles. Slowly creep up onto the line. As K10 now is going to TP out. I've seen this story before. A one man named Dad Fat who's been in this position before and won this round with a high-low can Howley take from his brother and his teammate. But no, JC says not today. This is a different tier and this is a different fight.
And wow, a very important round from BS there. Their first real secondary rifle round. And again, I don't know if they really did anything that special. They won their fights on A. The utility was slightly better. There was, I think, a missing smoke on A main or something that allowed Shabriri to get shot from behind. And now I think they're kind of repeating what they did last map. Go A, go A, go A. And a little bit of a weaker push here from them.
Yeah, and they're taking it with CK as well. That caught both. That caught huge value. Just barely lifting away from their life, though. A10 and Amelio should be counting their days that they did not die to that Season 8 combo. They fell right into it. There's 3 players stuck here from the side of FF. D-Lock gonna take first contact. As I say that, Rexy's gonna take the contact. And D-Lock, the overdrive in his face. Shabriri and Rexy, they're just not caring that this is the #1 C team in Mythic. They are running them down, but it's Single Wolf though. We see what kind of damage you can do with that Guardian. A little bit of one tap now, has the bomb in his hands. Took the walk away back into the smoke. Look at FF, they realize this now. They're going to give him the respect. They're going to hold him strong, and Shabriri holds a tight angle, and he denies him any kind of heroic efforts. They might have found the round in the previous round, but FF stormed back.
I got a little scared when I saw Signal Wolf with the Guardian, but Shabriri said, not today. Not today. Again, FF just looks like they don't care. They think they're better than BS. They think they're way better than BS. And they're just swinging. They're just swinging. Swing or be swung. And seems like BS is getting swung a lot.
Yeah, and then once again, they're back to this A fight again. Are they going to go make a mistake going back into Rubble? They are going to try to do something here. They're going to CP out. Melio, instead of sliding into Rubble, is going to take going forward. The Torque Force is going to be used to take the kill onto Rexy. Rexy falls. Ideally, he's blinded up. Now he's going to go right forward. Paint shots and the Nightfall's going to come in at the same time. They're going to be doing a lot of fall. The Nightfall coming in, trying to get onto the side. He sees into drop. Doing what they can. Shabriri's going to find the first on this particular wolf. Howley in a perfect position to find one. But Hoa again. Blazy finds the operator. Melio trying to make something work happen. He does do it, but Blazy again with that operator. And now the Tour de Force in the hands of JC. But he's on 10 singular HP. And there's 2 players ready for him. D-Lock now knowing exactly where he's at. Jiggles finds a shoulder. And Blazy, though, is going to fall. Toward force. Faster on the draw. D-Lock gonna call his bluff. Is he gonna call it, read into it? He does call into it. He doesn't need a headshot. Need a body, but wanted to confirm the kill anyway. Adding a bullet right between the eyes.
Yeah, and someone has to tell BS that Lotus is not a map that you can just hard hit a site, unless it's C. But going into A, there was 4 guys there. They got the opening pick, but they were running into a fully set up team with the Fatal, with the Omen Blind, with the Raise Nade, and not with it, but with the Neon Stun. And I have to question, they're not a very complex offense from the side of BS.
Yeah, they're just straight up raw aim fights, and FF seem to be thriving in that instance. 3 players in the hands of FF are on 7 frags, and also the bottom 2 are at 6. This is a well-oiled machine. D-Lock take the first peek on the JC, but Shabriri's gonna swing right off and get a spam kill through the smoke onto Melio. His eye's gonna get broke now once again, down to a 4v3, but K10 trying to find a timing, and Blazy is there. Not caring that you're lurking, not caring that you've been fast hitting all this time. There's D-Lock holding an off angle, holding his nerve. Whoa, with the Guardian in his hands as Shabriri jump spots, finding any kind of information. Taking the wolf with the Sheriff, seeing if Shabriri will give him another fight, will give him another chance to take his head clean off. And it will not happen this time. Shabriri holding his nerve. Look at the space again from a Howley, taking this positioning, controlling all this. These 3 players don't need to move. They don't need to do anything. That's Rexy with a pre-fire with a kill on the JC and a pixel angle. Now it's a 5v2. As Shabriri waiting for his teammate's contact. As now, once again, 30 seconds left to go. They have to do something. It's now D-Lock forcing Signal to Wolf out into his crosshair. Shabriri again with perfect utility usage in the 2v5. And they find their 7th round.
Octavian defense is almost insurmountable. I don't know. I know BS has shown a little bit more life on defense, but FF is a very balanced team. Look at 4 players with 8 kills. Almost 4 players with the exact same score line. That is something that you can't beat when everyone's shooting at the same level. You just can't really do that much. And you know, BS hasn't really done anything to disrupt this A line. They haven't really been able to fight off Shabriri from that angle.
Yeah, and they're finally going to go towards C. They're not going to go towards A, and they're not going to look to fight into it just yet. They now want to go and test C as Blazy. He's already rotating over. They're hearing the noise. Now here comes the orb coming in the hands of Signal the Wolf. But Melio. Yeah, they're so ready for it. But also, D-Luck is so ready for this lurk. Knowing that Melio's there, the paranoia to stall them out, catching on to 2 players. Signal the Wolf has to play back on his util. The door, I'm not sure, is broken, but now the go button is going to be activated here from Woa. Single satcheling in. But D-Luck, he is not moving an inch just yet. Now finally moves, and Melio's going to punish him this time, despite the patientness. JC getting curious, and will kill Shabriri. And now the showstopper's going to be used, and Holly can't find anything. K10's the one to take the kill. That's Melio activating on this lurk. Woa wants to find some sort of value, trying to find some sort of confidence, but denied by Blazy. But Melio again on this lurk. Signal the Wolf, who's down to a singular 3 HP. The paranoia coming in as Blazy continues to walk forward, and Melio finally picks his time, picks it well, and does it correctly, finding 3 rounds, and they finally do something that gives them a round win.
Yeah, I guess just going C and having your other duelist lurk might be an effective strategy, but I don't know if D-Luck is going to give that free pick every single round, and I don't know. I think hitting C with only 3 players into a Vi setup just felt a little weak. I think BS got that round because of some nice shooting, a really good kill from Elio there, but I don't know if that really shows strategic life to this team.
Yeah, indeed. And now the Season combo coming into root once again to deny them any kind of walkout. Melio is going to walk forward, though, and the rest of the attackers are heading towards B. Blazy, the only one here to withstand this potential onslaught. He's going to jiggle out. Is he going to catch on the K10? He's going to throw the one-way smoke. Try to find something. Does find on the 2 players, though, so he has the information. At least 2, maybe 3 are in B. As the rotate's coming in, it's going to be Rexy this time to hold this line and wait for Melio's potential lurk. As now the bulk of the offense are here in B. They are looking to probably go towards B. The Prowler giving away one sign. Rexy is waiting, lying and waiting. The wide swing from Melio is not enough. Rexy takes him down, and now it's going to be Woa running in. Shabriri is going to find a kill. That one way from the smoke is going to try to take him down. D-Luck finds a trade on the Signal the Wolf. They want to go towards C, but Howley again is here with this setup. K10 is going to TP forward. Howley knows. He hears it. The paranoia. K10 does have that bomb. JC trying to find a timing, but now the showstopper is used, but JC is going to take him down, but now it's down to 1v3. There's nowhere you can go, nowhere you can hide. FF, take another round.
Honestly, I thought that round was a little bit better for BS. They had space on C, they had space on D, they had space on A. They could have gone anywhere, and yet they kind of, again, they have this issue where they just hit the site where they're most expected to hit, where they've shown presence already. Like, sending themselves into B, and I don't know if that quite was the right move, but again, some very nice shooting there from Rex to deny the lurk from Melio there.
I need a weapon.
Yeah, it's looking a little lifeless. I don't know what to say.
There, it's 8-2, and this is the one map where you cannot afford to have a slow start on attack. As JC is going to use his operator, and he will get value with it. Taking out D-Luck, throwing in a wrench in the plans. That's Melio. Seeing if he can find a fight, finding a kill, but Howley's on the line. He's on the angle, and Melio says goodbye. I know, trying to trip the wall and took a bit of damage from it. That's JC using his operator again. The smoke coming in from Blazy once again. Bomb is not in their grasp just yet. So they still can look to rotate if they so choose in this 4v4. But again here, JoJo, this BS team might be lacking from a little bit, not enough space here.
No, they're making the right read. They're going A.
Yeah, the right read is to go A. Nobody is there. But does BS overthink it? Did he think that maybe someone's on the line? Yeah, you're already seeing it. They're hovering back towards C, but so is FF now. And Howley's the one who gets the kill. Holding the line again. And taking out Hwoa. Now K10 wants to take his chance with it and will find the kill. And now, are they going to go back towards A, where JC is posted up on the line? And yeah, they are going to go back towards A. Signaling the Wolf. Throwing an eye, throwing a little bit of fake pressure, a little bit of fake noise as the TP coming in. But is Blazy going to wait for it? He is waiting for it. And he will take the swing, take the timing. Using the paranoia.
Look at the
JC
time,
now. Yeah, 13 seconds, have to get the bomb down. Blazy does not want to take a risk and will take the kill on the Signal Wolf as JC with an operator in the hands, but the overdrive is going to be used. Not going to take any risk whatsoever, giving the respect that JC deserves, and they find their 9th round.
And what a round from Blazy. Wow. Getting 2 there on site, not getting cleared, with all the delay, with the Omen blind, it was almost perfect. And he had the read. He knew they hadn't pushed up. He knew that they were a little scared because they've been getting kind of dominated.
I need a weapon.
They weren't ready for him to be there. And wow, I think BS is just looking a little apprehensive in everything they do. They're looking scared, and again, I don't want to point it out, but Bo is on the bottom. This is your dominant carry. He cannot be on the bottom. This is your player who should be destroying everyone, and he's looking scared.
Yeah, JC barely missed on the relay bolt and barely misses on the headshot with the Tour de Force, but the same fight in their favor. JC is going to get tagged up by that now, has to try to back away with the Tour de Force. Or wait for the onslaught, Blazy with the operator, getting to the side, finds Hwoa, and Howley again in the smoke on piece and takes down K10. The overdrive at the same time as the Tour de Force gets value. Losing under a lot of pressure, Saburi and Blazy finding one apiece. It's going to be Signal Wolf, nothing he can do. No fight left in PS. It's a 10-2 half.
Switching sides.
To you, like, I just feel like FF thinks they're better. Like someone said in comms, hey, we could just swing them. We could just kill them.
That works.
And it's working. They are the better team. I don't know. We really have to see if maybe BS has another really strong defensive half in them. If Hwoa can kind of wake up. Because right now, they only have one player with double-digit kills. JC is their only player with over 10. That can't be the case. It can't be your... You know, does he even have a positive KD in the whole entire season? I don't think he does. You can't have what should be, you know, a role player doing that.
Yeah, and now here's the fight into A, but FF is aware of that. They are just going to give it up. JC now with the headhunter, he's going to be blinded up, not going to be able to take a shot. As now it's going to be a lurk from Howley again. It's going to be Shabriri. Hello, JC. I'm here to play. I'm here to fight. And now they're going to push into CT. There's 3 players here from the side of BS, 2 players. And these are the 2 players you want to take these fights. And Shabriri trying to find something he can do. Rexy with a right click on the hands of K10. Nothing he can do. Another right click. Melio. Tiny can canvas. Howley is on the lurk. Rexy putting that nail. Potentially closing the door on the potential comeback. A 4th pistol round for FF.
Yeah, it's very tough to win a game when you've lost every single pistol round and honestly most of the bonuses. There's really not that much you can do. I don't know what to say. Hwoa's looking lifeless. People are looking scared to peek. There's nobody else on C, and we just have JC trying to hold it down, trying to get one, and he can't do it.
Yeah, and now they have to force, and they're not going to force actually. Just 2 marshals, 3 classics. They're not forcing at all. They're going to take their chances and try to win their fights and win these battles. And Melio starts off good with the first kill onto Rexy. It's now 5v4, but Melio is ridiculously low. 20 HP to his name. As again, Melio, you know how aggressive he can be with this Marshal. Shabriri with this Guardian. The damage he could do. Waiting, lying and waiting, and jump spotting from Hwoa. This is do or die. They are 2 rounds away from being yet another #1 seed being upsetted here in the first round. Here in the quarterfinals of Mythic Season 10. That's Hwoa. Now holding a pixel line, holding a super tight angle, seeing if one of these players will walk straight into his crosshair, and they kind of did, but Shabriri was too fast. Not enough reaction time as that Prowler locks on to him, runs him down. They know exactly where he's at. Are they going to try to run him down, get him out of the round? No, Shabriri is going to wait for K10. And now the one-way coming in. Huoa is so screwed in this position. He needs to do something. He's getting swarmed, trying to find it, but D-Luck says no, and Shabriri finds the other. It's JC and Melio. Have to do it all, or they're going to force a series point. 20 HP. Now a smoke down to make this even that much more impossible. Melio just looking straight into the doom and despair of defeat. Staring up at the ceiling, possibly knowing his demise. As now, as the bomb ticks away, there is no chance that he has in order to defuse this bomb. It is map and series points for FF, potentially dominating the #1 seed that we've never seen before here in Season 10.
Wow.
Match point.
Wow. I mean, the round looked a little bit better. Melio getting a really good early round pick, but yeah, it just feels like FF knows they've won. And there's nothing that can stop a team this confident. Boa so scared to even take a fight. He has to run back into drop all the way from that entrance to site. And yeah, I don't know what to say. It looks like a team that's dead in the water.
Yeah, right now, 12-2. They have to channel the inner fanatic. They have to channel the inner monster. Whatever they can channel to try to bring this back with the seaside open for business once again. Shabriri is going to lock in right there onto the side. Melio is going to try to open this door, trying to find some sort of life, trying to get anything. But Shabriri says, no, thank you. I want a date with the semifinals. I want to move forward. Signal the wolf. We're going to go forward with the Guardian. Rexy with the judge. He's gonna jiggle, trying to find anything he can do with the wide swing. That's a confidence making play, just that much more better. 2v5. Shabriri says no, and it's down to 1v5. The MVP candidate has it all to do. Can he do it? Can he give a lifeline when he needs his team the most? No, he cannot. Ladies and gentlemen, where were you when FF #8 seed takes down BS #1?
And the curse is broken. Congratulations, FF. And honestly, an incredibly dominant performance in both maps, especially Lotus. Shabriri there with a nasty 4K. And I think kind of the story of the map is, you know, Woa. You cannot have your MVP candidate going 4-14. 4-15. I was wrong. This is outrageous. You are
10 kills in 2 maps. 10 kills in 2 maps.
10 kills. You are 10 times better than most of these other players, and you're getting 10 kills? It's unacceptable.
Just unfortunate from the side of Huoa, just a bad series, and it came at the worst possible moment. But it is what it is. It happens to the best of us. Even the better people out there can always have their health high. But with that being said, BS, though, is now eliminated from the playoffs. They are gone. The #1 seed eliminated from the #8 seed of FF. One of the bigger upsets so far. And now with that, FF have a date in the semifinals against GER or NB, the next potential opponents for them. And with how they are playing right now, they are the team to beat. Them and FB, but FB have yet to play against Cha later down the road. So, Jojo, any last words before I close this out?
Shabriri #aim is the truth. Do not peek him. Do not peek him. Jojo out.
There you go. And with that being said, that will conclude here for the YouTube stream, but I'm pretty sure there is other games still going on. If you guys want to go check out the Twitch stream as well as the other YouTube stream going on with the other teams. But with that being said, my name is Omni, and this is Jojo, as well as our stream team here today, Andy Valorant and Andy J. The double Andys here today, as well as VK and our Nucleocast as our media leads, and Two-Way as our media assistant. Big shout outs to all of them, as well as to you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this stream, and we'll see you guys next time for another banger playoff match.